So we'll start with payroll. What is payroll all about?
Payroll is for paying employees.
Payroll the employees, and payroll is all about when you are paying the employee, when you are paying the employee, when you are asking the person to, when how you pay the employees, with which frequency you pay the employees, and with which frequency you pay the employees, and with what cutoff date you're supposed to pay the employees. Okay, so like, so we'll understanding payroll dashboard and work areas, set up and maintain tasks.
No, PPT is not visible.
Okay. Are you able to see?
Yeah, now it's okay.
So now Oracle Fusion application payroll, understanding payroll dashboard and work areas, set up and maintain tasks, overview of payroll and payroll processing, overview of data loading, common application configuration management, consolidation groups, payroll definitions, time definitions, managing run types. So Oracle Fusion application payroll, understanding payroll dashboard and work areas, set up and maintain tasks, overview of payroll and payroll processing, overview of data loading. So all these things we are going to learn in application payroll, application in the payroll dashboard, the work areas, all these things we are going to learn. What is common application configuration? We are going to learn about legal reporting units, managed product usage, viewing security details, and pay sequences. We are going to learn about consolidation groups. Define payroll definitions. We have understanding elements, understanding element classification, managing earnings and deductions, element entries and calculation cards. We have calculating element entries, managing calculation cards, defining fast formulas. We have manager, user, and defined date tables, creating and managing fast formulas, defining fast formula, and balance definitions, balance fees, balance exceptions, calculating payroll. We understand the payroll calculation process, reviewing the payroll results. Define payment methods. We are going to learn about managing bank account, organization payment method, personal payment method, manage third-party and third-party payment methods. Payroll costing, key flexible, understanding cost hierarchy, managing payroll costing element. Testing the setup. We are going to learn about managing the payroll flow tasks, running payroll, generating pay slips, and verify payroll run results. What is the payroll roles and payroll manager, administrator, and specialist? Payroll information, what we are going to learn, payroll defines the frequency of payment for an employee. It can be weekly, semi-monthly, monthly. Every employee must be assigned a payroll to get paid. Payroll defines the payroll start date and end date. One can define a calendar of payroll activities using offset, pay date, payslip date, entry cutoff date, and processing date. So why are you, payroll defines what? So these are the topics that we are going to discuss. This is the syllabus of payroll, right? So one by one, we are going to cover what is the payroll responsibilities. So what is the roles and responsibilities as we discussed in the Fusion HCM core HR? We were discussing about the roles and responsibilities, that is application implementation manager,
Hello.
Payroll manager, payroll administrator, payroll specialist. All these things, these are the roles that we are going to attach to the particular roles and responsibilities.
Okay.
All these responsibilities we are going to attach as a particular role and responsibility to the user. Particular user, I'm going to attach the roles and responsibilities: payroll manager, payroll administrator, payroll specialist. So all these things, roles are going to be attached to payroll. So what is payroll information? What is payroll information? Payroll defines the frequency of payment for an employee. That means what is the frequency of payment employee ke liye? What is the method of payment the employee will receive? It can be weekly, it can be semi-monthly, it can be monthly. Payroll defines the frequency of payment for an employee. That means payroll defines the frequency of payment for an employee. Means like this is the way you're going to pay the employees. It can be weekly, it can be monthly, it can be monthly, it can be bi-weekly, anything. and every employee must be assigned a payroll to get paid. So payroll defines the payroll start and end date. Payroll, what does the payroll defines? It defines the payroll start date and end date. It can define a calendar of payroll activities using offset, pay date, payslip date, entry cutoff date, and processing date. So I'm going to teach you about all these things. What are the offsets, date offsets, cutoff dates, pay date, payslip date, entry cutoff dates, and processing date. I'm going to teach you all these things. Define the payment methods for paying the workers. So what are the payment methods? It can be anything. It can be organization payment methods, paying the workers. They can be direct deposits or checks. They can have multiple bank accounts. And if like a net fee can be split between accounts based on percentage, or it can be amount. So anything can be made. Like there, it can be the multiple, define the payment methods for paying the workers. So it can be anything. It can be define the payment method for paying the workers. That means it can be direct deposit. It can be check. So whatever methods of payment you're going to pay the employees. Net fee can be split with accounts based or a percentage of account. So if the amount or percentage is specified for one bank, then the remaining goes into another account. That means if the percent is not payment method is like if the percentage is, if you're going to pay the employees with one payment method, or we can pay the employees with different payment method, right? So it can be one payment method, or it can be another payment method.
Okay.
So and suppose it can be one payment, like you can give the payment by check, or you can give the payment by direct deposit, or you can give the payment by cash. So cash, so is usually it's not used. Mostly it's check or direct deposit.
Okay.
Like that's the thing. Past formula is what? Past formulas we will do later on. I will teach you the practicals of organization payment methods, date cutoffs. What are the date cutoffs? What are past formulas? What are the things I'm going to teach you one by one. Hope you're understanding.
Yeah.
What is payroll? What is payroll? Payroll is what? It defines the frequency of payment for an employee. It can be weekly, semi-monthly, monthly. Every employee must be assigned a payroll to get paid. Payroll defines the payroll period start date and end date. So it can be anything. It can be assigned to a payroll to get paid. It defines the payroll period start date, and it defines the payroll period end date. It can define a calendar of payroll activities, including offset, day date, payslip date, entry cutoff date, and processing date. So all these things are clubbed together to form the payroll information. Okay? So this is the way we talk about payroll. So go to see your payroll is there, okay? So what we want. Payroll definitions. Okay. Actions create. Write your legislative data group as US. So this is the way we are going to create a payroll. Before creating the payroll, we are going to create organization payment methods. Okay, so first I will create an organization payment methods. You can see your organization payment methods. Okay.
Yeah.
Actions create. Continue. Payment types are type deposit. Currency you can write here as US dollars. Bank name you can write here as like suppose Indian Bank. No, it's not Indian Bank. It's US Bank of America. You can write here as Bank of America. Actually, it is not accepting this. Payment sources you can write here as check names, direct deposit.
There are 9 characters.
Company reference you can write any letter. Any letter I can write, type it as. Okay. Not accepting like that.
Yeah, I think the format they're given and 9 characters.
Done. Again, throwing an error.
This format.
I don't think so. It will be having a comma. I don't think so.
No, it is not. The comma should not be. That is just a
Comma is not the correct option.
some format. What is the format?
How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 to
9
10
is there
characters.
now. No, 9 to 10. I have done this beforehand also, but it was working right that time. Just a second. Now this will not move ahead. It is not working. It is not accepting. It was only number.
Okay.
But it's related characters. Characters means varchar. Characters mean varchar. So I've created a direct deposit method and this payment method. Okay. Now continue. Okay, this is the payment method. I've continued.
Okay.
Oh, I just forgot to write this. This is the direct payment method, and this is the direct deposit I'm creating. Okay.
Okay.
Now submit. Right. Now go to my client group payroll. Show more. Go to payroll. Right here, manage payroll definitions.
Okay.
Right here, actions create. Period type, monthly calendar. First period end date is just very important. Pay dates are very important in payroll. When you're working on payroll, pay dates are very important. First period end date is like first period end date. This is the end date. 30th. Okay. First effective start date is this one. 1st June and end date is this one. So the system will take 1 month as the period date, right? Default payment method. Now, whatever payment method that you have made right now, that will be selected. That I would be selecting that.
This is bank name. No, we are searching for bank name. No, our organization payment method, because in that default payment method,
I have just made na. Abhi just banaya na maine. Abhi just I have made it.
That should be payment method. No, we are searching it from
bank name, right? Bank of America tha na.
So we can search this one, no? The organization payment method.
No. Yeah. Oh, this is the. No, it will come. Has it come?
No, no.
Okay, I'll take the default one, but you can take your own yahan par.
Okay.
So you can write here your payment method as US. See, your payment method has come. Oh, it was at the okay. So you can make this as the default payment methods also. Search. No, it is not coming. Okay, this is the payment method that we have. Right. Next here. So how many number of years? Number of years means what number of years the payment, this payroll is going to work. So I will write here as 5 years. Okay.
Okay.
Now this is very important. Cutoff dates. Cutoff dates are what? Cutoff date is like what before what date all the data entry operations are completed. So that is called cutoff date. Date offsets. Now in offsets we come across cutoff date, payslip date, payroll run date, date earned, date paid. All these things are there. So payslip availability date is like when is the payslip. You can see the payslip date. When are you going to see the payslip? Payroll run date. At what time you're going to? At what day you're going to see the payroll run date? Date earned is date earned in which that date earned is like on which date you're going to pay for this thing. Date paid is like when the company pays you. Okay. And one more thing must be there. So all these things, and one is date paid. So all these things I'm going to fill up right now. So how many days you can fill? Like put plan submission date is 0. Cutoff date is I can say as 1. Suppose this is the date. You can see 30th June. 30th June over here you can see.
Yeah.
30th June. Cutoff date is 1. That means all the operations will be completed on 30th or 31st of the month. Okay. Plus 1 I'm adding to this date. Payslip date is +1. Payroll run date is 0. That will be fine because payroll run hoga when we can run the payroll, then only we can see the payslip now.
Yeah, right.
After payroll run, then we can see the payslip, right?
Yeah.
Date earned is 1. Date earned is 0, 1. Date earned is 1. Date paid is 1. Okay. Date paid is 1. That means 31st ke din I can see the things. Cutoff date I can keep as 0 because I want at 30th only. All the operations should be completed on this date. Then after that I can run the payroll. Payroll run is 1. Date earned is 1. Date paid is 1. And what is there? What else? Okay, so this is the date we are going to run that. Next. Now you can see the date earned. You can see cutoff date is 30th. Monthly date paid is cutoff date is 31st. Date earned is 30th because I have kept as 0. Payroll run date is 30th. Date paid is 30th. Payslip availability date is 30th and plan submission date is 31st. So according to this date, 30th of June, this will be calculated. End date is 31st. That means 1st of July, 1st of June to 30th of June for monthly calendar 6. And for 7, I have created payroll for 5 years. I have entered that in 5. So it will be operated for 5. 2022 now, 2027 tak rahega ye. You can see. Till 2027. See?
Yeah.
You can see for 5 years the payroll will be there.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is the way we do it. Got my point?
Yeah, got it.
Right? So this is the payroll costing of payroll. What is costing of payroll? That means these are the chart of accounts, company, line of business, cost center, intercompany. All these are these are all cost centers. And these cost centers, according to which we can divide the segments actually of the cost account, company, line of business, cost center. And suspense and default account is suspense account is like when the suspend account is bought when we cannot see any of the things. So you have to hide something.
Suspense account.
Sorry?
Any failure happens, it will be deposited to this account.
Anything which we cannot like show the expenses.
Okay.
We cannot show. We have to hide that expenses. So that falls in a suspense account.
Okay.
Okay. Next. So this is the way we do it. Okay. Now you can see my payment methods I have attached over here. This is the default payment method I have made. Okay. So I have made all these things submit. So this is how we create a payroll. These are all basics. Okay. So tomorrow I'm going to teach you about how to